Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Friday, May the 30th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to open lower this morning with ASX futures off by around 0.1%. Global stocks were mostly higher overnight as markets considered the court battle over President Trump's reciprocal tariffs. US stocks ended slightly higher following an appeals court ruling that reinstated most of those tariffs, with investors seemingly unfazed by the development. However, it was Nvidia's result that buoyed the market, having reported upbeat sales results driven by customers stockpiling AI chips ahead of US export restrictions on China. We'll look at the other Mag 7 stocks, and that was mixed with Amazon, the pick of the bunch. Well, shares of PC maker HP fell heavily after it cut its annual profit forecast as it expects a moderation in PC market growth. Dell raised its annual profit forecast, signalling growing demand for its AI-powered servers that are equipped with Nvidia's chips, sending the computer hardware maker shares up around 10% in extended trading. Boeing rose on plans to increase production of its best-selling 737 MAX jet. Among the retailers, shares of department store chain Kohl's rose after posting a smaller than expected quarterly loss. And electronics retailer Best Buy fell as it cut its annual forecast amid looming concerns about tariff uncertainty. And US listed shares of the global mining giants Rio Tinto and BHP were up marginally. Well, a US federal appeals court reinstated most of the sweeping Trump tariffs a day after a trade court had ruled that he exceeded his authority in imposing the duties. The court directed the plaintiffs to respond by June 5th and the Trump administration by June 9th, with the administration saying they expected either to prevail or appeal or employ other presidential powers to ensure the tariffs go into effect. Meanwhile, President Trump has called Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to the White House for their first face-to-face meeting since he took office. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt saying the president did say that he believes the Fed chair is making a mistake by not lowering interest rates, which is putting us at an economic disadvantage to China and other countries. Well, US GDP in the first quarter has been revised from 0.3% negatively to 0.2% annualised, while personal consumption was cut to 1.2%, the core PCE deflator falling from 3.5% to 3.4%. US Treasury yields fell on soft economic data and on the back of that court ruling blocking most of President Trump's tariffs. The US two-year Treasury falling to 3.93%, the yield on the 10-year was down to 4.42%. And the US dollar fell on the prospect of a drawn-out court battle over Trump's tariffs. The Aussie dollar is up to 64.5 US cents. And Bitcoin is trading lower at 106,000 US dollars. Oil prices have retreated from earlier gains on renewed uncertainty over the tariffs. Brent crude futures down more than 1% at $64 a barrel. Copper little changed, iron ore rising around 1% to $98 a tonne, and gold gained around 1% to $3,318 an ounce. Locally today, we get retail trade data for April, along with private sector credit and building approvals. That is your day ahead. See you again on Monday.